Happening now through the end of the month, enrollment is open for 3 training programs at the Horn Farm Center for Agricultural Education. One of the programs starts as early as next week.
Fox 43's Robert Stover is live in Helena Township, York County, with more about each program, how you can get involved, as well as some recent renovation efforts out on the farm. Good morning, Robert.
Good morning. Well, now that the sun is up, we're getting a much better look at the historic farmhouse behind me here at Horn Farm. Last time I was here, it was in March when the farm announced that reconstruction was starting, mainly on the roof. Now, if you don't remember, that was struck by lightning and it caught on fire, nearly destroyed the structure, but they were able to save it, and right now it is undergoing some renovations inside for 3 programs, upcoming programs. And here to tell us more about that this morning, we do have Andrew with the Horn Farm. So, Andrew, for those who may be joining us for the first time today, tell us more about these programs, one of which starts as early as next week.
Absolutely. So yes, these are our long-form training programs. So the Horn Farm, our mission is primarily focused on education and connecting people with the land through learning experiences. These training programs take place over the course of this coming year. The one that starts next week that you mentioned is our beekeeper training program, which meets monthly in the evening. And then the other 2 programs are our ecological gardener training program, a 16-week program that meets weekly February to May. And the regenerative grower training program, which is 33 weeks of full growing season, that meets February through October.
And so these programs, I should say, we just had a truck go by, these programs can be hands-on. That being said, for anybody interested in signing up, is there any experience that you guys require?
So yeah, absolutely no experience required. These programs are really for anyone interested across the spectrum, from professional aspirations all the way to folks just looking to build these skills and practice them at home, whether that's growing their own food or restoring habitat. These are all skills that folks can either specialize in or just bring into their lives in the ways that we always have. So no prerequisites required. In order to learn more about the programs, folks can go to our website, hornfarmcenter.org. They'll see a tab on there that says training programs, and in that tab they'll be able to select the program of their choosing, where they can see dates and details and sign up.
That's perfect. And in regards to the farmhouse itself, right now you're going through renovations on the inside to host some of those courses later in the year, correct?
Absolutely. So we've been really grateful over the course of the past weeks and months to be able to see the construction of the farmhouse through. Of course, that has been made possible through individual and community support here in York County and beyond. And so we're so grateful for all the contributions folks have made to make this project possible. And people in those training programs will be some of the first to be able to enjoy the new learning space that we're going to be able to offer in there. So the ground floor will be open up as a classroom space where we'll be hosting those training programs and other classes throughout the year, and starting in the spring and the summer, folks in those training programs will be able to take advantage of that new space.
Very exciting. Great to see things come together. And for anybody watching at home that is interested in signing up for these learning programs, all you have to do to learn more is visit our website, fox43.com. Live in Helena Township, York County, Robert Stover, Fox 43 News.
All right, Robert, so between, your time at the farm show and then today, how are you feeling about your ag skills at this point?
My ag skills, that is such a good question. I would say most of my skills have been baking potato donuts, pouring milkshakes, and watching cows be born nearly on live TV. So I don't know how those skills could come in handy at a working farm, but hey, that's what the learning programs are for.
Exactly.
There's a place for everybody.
Yeah, you got to start somewhere. All right, thanks very much, Rob. We're going to hear more about it coming up a little bit later.